like I feel like this religion, like I'm being honest, like it's like anger has blinded you guys.
All praises go to the mighty power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for your mercy truly endures forever. Thank you, Yahawah, for all the blessings that you've given us. Thank you for this truth. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. The wadi Yahawah.
Twist Productions.
All praise to the Most High for this truth. All praise to the Most High for this truth. All praise to the Most High for this truth. All praise to the Most High for this truth.
The Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. So now, the virgin that's being spoken of here is the same virgin that's being spoken of in Matthew 1 and 22.
Right. Can you read that again?
Come on. Isaiah chapter 7 verse 14.
Bring it out.
Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive. Now, what kind of virgin is this talking about? When we look at Blue Letter Bible, Isaiah 7:14.
Because when you read the Bible, when you see the word virgin, sometimes there's different meaning of the word virgin. Right? Virgin sometimes could be a young lady, right? Or also virgin means a woman that haven't had sex yet. Right? Sometimes there's a lot of misunderstandings. You got it? Go ahead.
This is virgin in the Blue Letter Bible. It says, virgin, a young woman of marriageable age.
At a marriageable age. She's young, but she's at a marriageable age. I mean, she haven't had sex yet. You know what I'm saying?
Made or newly married. That's it.
You know what I mean?
You just gave me the answer. You
Right.
said of marriageable age.
Marriageable age. That means she's at the age now she's able to get married now.
And she's able to have sex.
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Because marriageable age means that she's maybe had a period and she's a woman.
Right. No, her fly is exactly. Is it 20?
Okay.
That's correct.
So virgin means didn't have sex, right?
It means both. It means she probably already have sex. She's a young
Is it either or is it both?
No. So when we read it, there's a context on it. So there's in Genesis, look for in Genesis where it's talking about the virgin. I believe it's 24 or somewhere around there. So there's two different kinds of virgins. There's a virgin, there's Bathwala, which what we just read, Isaiah 7:14. That means a woman of marriageable age. So she's a young woman. Now 20 years old is what we go by as young. Now she's ready to be married. Now then you have the other understanding of virgin. Virgin hasn't known a man at all. She is completely untouched. So there's two different understandings of that. Now with Matthew,
In the blue letter?
yes. So you'll see Bathwala, it means a young woman, and then you have Alma. That means she's a virgin, she hasn't been touched at all. Con.
I'm gonna have to look back, but I'm gonna take your word for it now. But I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, you know, it's always good. Trust but verify.
And by the way,
So Matthew,
I respect y'all brothers and what y'all out here.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
and that's a good question.
Yeah.
So in Matthew, because
So I stopped you. I'm sorry,
Right.
I didn't mean to cut you off. But I stopped you there. That wasn't my original point, but my point was 25, right?
Right.
Matthew 1:25, where it says, he knew her not.
Right.
So that took me back to Job, where those guys was trying to know,
Right, somewhat, yeah.
to know, right? You know what I'm saying? So he knew her not. That makes me feel. That makes me think like, okay,
Right.
they didn't have sex. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do anything. So, like, can y'all kind of like?
We can expound that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me get Luke 1 and 20.
Luke has 2.
2. Yeah, 2. Right. Okay, there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to that, man. But there's no such thing as that. Because when you read the scripture, it shows that Christ has come from the seed of man, right? Because his father is from the descendant of David. You know what I'm saying? That means he had to come from the lineage of.
Yeah, it shows his lineage.
Right, exactly. So.
But I thought I'm looking at like, okay, that's kind of like a contradiction when it says he knew her not.
Right.
Like, how did he come from the seed of a man if Joseph never knew Mary?
Gotcha. That's what you're saying.
So I'm trying
Gotcha.
to
Understand what it means. Gotcha.
You know, okay.
1 and 25?
Yeah.
I think it's 27. 27 to a virgin, espoused to a man whose
Come.
name was Joseph.
Con.
That's all that's going.
Okay. Luke 1 and 27.
Bring it out.
To a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David.
Okay.
And the virgin's name was Mary.
Go back again. When it says espoused.
What's
To a
Luke, I'm sorry. I'm
1:27.
1 and 27.
Okay.
to a virgin espoused to a man. So espoused means engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we know that in certain times we do have sex even though we're engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you're married in front of everybody, that's when you do the whole ketubah thing, you do the
Yeah,
wedding
there's
and
a
all
whole ceremony. You have to go into the
Right.
chamber.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But remember in Hebrews chapter 2, verse I believe 17, 16, it says that he was made like in all things to his brethren. Right? If he's made like in all things, and that's very specific.
So his brother.
Exactly.
So you have, okay.
He came through as a child. He came through the womb. You know what I mean? His father has sex. That's why in Romans chapter 1, verse 3, it says the seed.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain why.
Go
In
ahead.
Matthew 1:25, it said he knew her not. I'm still trying to get.
Now, remember,
what does that mean?
It's gonna break it down to you.
you want to get back to it?
Okay.
You still got Matthew 1:25. What you talking about? 'Cause it's gonna break it down to him, Matthew.
I think I should explain this.
Put away property.
To a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. You want to keep going? 28.
No. Go back to Matthew. What he was saying. So we explain.
Okay. What was that?
That's
Matthew
1:25.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's gonna break it down.
That's how you just explained it right there.
I'm just trying to. Well, according to my understanding, it seems like a contradiction.
Hold that. This is the last thing that I want to show you before I leave. It's Matthew 22, verse 1 to. Did you get a flyer? Verse
Yeah,
1
you
to
got
10,
you got
actually.
one.
Was it?
Verse 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Verse.
But let us. Then you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go. But this is the last thing I'm gonna show you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Matthew 22.
22 and what?
Yeah. 1 to 1 to 10, I think.
1 to 10.
Yeah, I'll tell you when to stop, but it's not all of it.
What? Read it.
All right.
Read it, yeah.
All right. Jesus spoke to them again in parables, saying, "The kingdom of heaven is like a king who prepared a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his servant to those who had been invited to the
Right.
banquet.
That's the
to
key
tell-
point.
Yeah.
Those who have been invited.
To the, yeah, but
Only
I'm not-
the
I'm
ones
not-
that's invited.
I know, but I'm
Okay.
not
Go
done.
ahead.
Invited to the banquet to tell them to come, but they refused to come. And he sent more servants and said, "Tell those who have been invited that I prepared my dinner. My oxen and fattened cattle have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet." But they paid no attention and went off, one to his field, another to his business. The rest seized his servants, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his army and destroyed those murdered and burned their city. Then he said to his servant, "The wedding banquet is ready, but those I invited did not deserve to come.
Right.
So go to the street corners and invite to the banquet anyone you find."
Okay.
That's why I said
So-
it's not just the children of Israel. It's anybody.
No.
Because most of the children. But that's what it says though.
No, that's not what it's saying. Because remember,
Whoever
Christ did Christ speak any different from the prophets?
I know, but those who were invited did not come.
So-
So he just go out and just get anybody.
He
That's
said
why
anybody.
anybody could save.
Are you
get
sure?
saved now. That's-
Are you sure?
But that's what it says right here though.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure.
John 1:11.
This book
Yeah,
of
John
John
says.
This
Jesus
book of
said-
John, chapter 1, verse 11.
Bring it up.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
So this is essentially what you're trying to say. His own received him not. So he went to anyone, but that's not the case. Let's read on.
What about
But
this?
as
So,
many
hold up.
as
Because the script, that's what we'll find out. The scriptures never ever contradict themselves. It's really our understanding that's misaligning with the scriptures. So go ahead.
But as many as received him,
Yep.
to them gave he power to become the sons of God.
Right. So now there's people that didn't accept the word. There's also people that did. Now let's go to Acts 21 and 22, I believe.
Stay strong, I'm a warrior. 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 Stay strong, I'm a warrior.
But keep reading. Read that again. Verse 11.
Verse 11.
Yep.
Come.
21.
Come. He came into his own, and his own received him not.
Yep.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the Son of God.
Right. So the ones that received them, Acts 21 and 20.
Acts chapter 21, verse 20.
Bring it out.
And when they heard it, they glorified the Lord and said unto him, Thou seest, brother, how many thousands of Jews there are which believe.
So that's the understanding of what you're saying. There's Jews that heard the word, but they didn't believe it. But there's also thousands and thousands more that still heard the word and believed it. So he's not saying anyone, because if we understood that to say anyone, Paul would be contradicting Christ. All the prophets would be contradicting Christ. But there's no contradiction within the Bible.
Not even that, so he says he's a servant. Who are God's servants?
Right.
That's not Paul. That's Jesus.
Who's the servant of God?
Yeah, that's Jesus talking.
Who's the servant of God in that verse that you read? It says to his servants.
To his servants, then he said to his servants the word. But it's a parable.
Who are
It's
the
people,
servants?
the people.
No.
What?
That's why every word in the Bible has a definition. The servants, the saints, the elect, all these have definition.
All right, can you
And we use the Bible to
I
define
know,
it.
but can you give me like the meaning behind verse 8 when he said to his servants, the wedding banquet is ready.
Right.
But those I
Isaiah
invited did
45.
not deserve to come.
45 and 4.
So go to the street corners and invite to the banquet anyone you find. What's the
Right.
meaning behind that verse? Can you
Okay.
explain that?
That's what we're explaining. The servants. That's what I'm saying. Every word. No, you're focusing on one part. That's what I'm asking you. You're focusing on one part. Right.
No. This what happened. Jesus talking about the kingdom of heaven, what it's like. He said it's like a big king having a party.
Right.
And he invited all the officials, everybody that it was set up for. But they didn't choose to come. And then the king said, all right, since they didn't choose to come, go out and find anyone you could find and invite them instead.
But it never says
anyone.
anyone.
That's what I meant when it's not just, it's anybody who chooses to believe in Jesus Christ, because this proves it.
No.
But you don't
You're
agree with it
focusing
because
on
it's your first
anyone.
time hearing it, but it's all right.
We read the scriptures daily. We are focusing on anyone, but you also ignored the servants. That's what he's saying. Who are the servants? Isaiah 45 and 4.
Anyone is not part of the servant.
Oh, you gave me Revelation. I got Revelation.
Anyone is not a part of the servants. Correct.
Anyone is not part of the seven, but like, so anyone can show up.
No, he's specifying go to any one of those servants. These servants right here, these are the servants. These are anyone that he's saying to go to. As right now, we're preaching to anyone that's here to hear the word. But the anyone that we're really talking to is the people that's on the side right here.
That's right. That's right.
Come on, read that.
Isaiah 45, verse 4.
Bring it out.
For Jacob, my servant's sake.
Jacob, my servant's sake.
Go ahead. And Israel, mine elect.
So the servants and the elect of the Most High God, the same people that Christ was sent here for, are these people on the side.
That's right.
It's not ever a case where he says, whosoever believe in God shall be saved.
Along
Right.
the same lines of John 3:16, right? When he's talking about the world. He's not talking about the whole world, right?
Cut.
The world of the world.
Yeah, it's 5 minutes, Brad.
But this explains it perfectly. But it's your first time hearing it. I understand that. But
That's
anyone
your-
is not part. Alright. If like you're a king, right? And you got a whole I'm sorry. And you have a whole bunch of people working like under you, right? And you like go find anyone you could find. Are you talking to your servant, or are you telling your servant to go find anyone?
my servant, the people that I choose to be in the midst of.
You're not telling your servant to go find another servant. You're telling your servant to go find anyone. That's
okay. With what you're saying, you're completely ignoring what was said in the servants and the elect, that Jacob and Israel. You're completely ignoring that. But let's get Revelation, because this is also Christ's words. This is red letter. Revelation 21 and 12. Go ahead.
This book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 12.
Read out.
Actually, Salakia. Barak, read what you got. Actually, read that first.
Acts chapter 2, verse 21.
Read out.
And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
What's happening is when you read John 3:16, you're reading that one context and you're saying whosoever, and you're understanding whosoever is everyone, but it's not saying everyone is whosoever. This is specifying whosoever. Who's that?
Whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved, ye men of Israel.
So ye men of Israel is the whosoever that's being talked about. Now let's read this. Let's talk about the kingdom of heaven. Who can be saved? Because that's what we're trying to figure out. Who can be saved? Who's going to enter into the kingdom of heaven? Let's go ahead.
Revelation 21 and 12.
Read out.
And had a wall great and high.
Right.
And have 12 gates.
So why is there 12 gates if anyone and everyone can enter into this gate? There's 12 gates because there's 12 tribes. If everyone can come in, what gate would they enter into?
Confounded. Can you repeat what you said?
So if everyone can come into the gates of heaven, what gate would they come into? Because the gates and the tribes are understood by your Father. So what gate would they come into?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I would have to say Jesus Christ. Because,
That's not a gate.
Because I feel like that's all they need. Because I like, to be honest, like when Jesus was on earth, he didn't have any prejudice in him.
That's right.
Like I feel like this religion, like I'm being honest, like it's like anger has blinded you guys. Like I'm being honest, anger has
everything
blinded.
that we've said was according to scripture. All right, brother. We're gonna go back to this, brother, because what you're saying is based off of your feeling. You're not really speaking at all according to the scripture. So yes, that's true, but you're denying also what the Bible.
Ben, you got this one.